take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Even blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Whoa, won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover.
The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up
with the Cincinnati Bengals.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Ten's the mic. Ten's the mic. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Now Montez.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
46-yard line.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46.
Here's Montez.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete.
couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
No. Hey, 25's the mic. We got 25's the mic. Come on.
To throw, Montez. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Check pass. Check pass. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Run. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs. 47's the mic.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he finds McLaurin. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
1-yard line.
Edwards-Helaire on the counter. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
The ball carrier.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
44. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Got 25's the mic. Hey, here we go. Watch the green jack. Watch the pass. Hey, 25's the mic. We got 25's the mic. I'm coming for you. You mine. Hey, 25's the mic.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. He'll run it. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Eluded. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Montez Sweat make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it's 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Montez Sweat in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw now in his own end zone. He's got Jack Doyle. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. 11 yards there, first down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Big stop, let's go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Left side Doyle with it. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Slings this deep for McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
To throw on 3rd down. Way. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards there and a Washington first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Throw left side, complete. That's Doyle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
They'll look to throw again. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire.
Pass complete. But no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no
yardage. Okay.
This goes underneath to Doyle. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass and they get 12 yards out of it.
33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Back to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd. And now they deal with 4th down. And his kick is good. And it's 3-0 Washington. Well, they started that drive all the way back at the 1, able to march down, get 3.
It was daunting to begin with, wasn't it? But I thought overall, a very poised and efficient drive to get 3 points.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Bengals take over 1st and 10. At their own 18-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before. Realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
1st down.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 12-yard line.
Let's go now. Here we go. Get off the field.
Now an option play on 2nd down. That's out to the left flat and complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Washington 3. Aldrich Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Now a dump off here complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
It's 3rd and 7.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Foster. He's got it at the 15. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
We've got 25 to Mike. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Hey, 25 to Mike. We've got 25 to Mike. Time to go, night, night. Hey, Blue. To Mike. We've got 25. Blue. Watch the ball, watch the ball. Hey, 25.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Bengals will get the football back.
Is a turnover on downs.
The Bengals drive about to get going. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
It's 3rd down and 11.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And some room to work. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Rookie wideout T. Higgins, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play. Now they'll throw now on the final play. Flush to his right. That is incomplete. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Dogala. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Number 2.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
At the 30-yard line.
Throwing is Dogala. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd.
Complete to
Tyler Boyd. His 2nd touchdown on the season. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They give him a gain of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Open man, here's Foster. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Complete to Robert Foster. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
On play action, they'll throw.
32-yard line.
He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Now Montez. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
All day, every day, any day.
Here's Montez. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Mike's 50. You gonna get this boy? You think you gonna get this?
Here's Dolgala. And that is incomplete here.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. And it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And on is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. Fielded at the 33. Breaks through the contact. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
10 at the 41-yard line.
65.
On 1st down, it's Smith. Got an open man, it's Foster. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Robert Foster, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to make this a close game again. Out of the gun, Smith. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete to John Ross. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Cottrell. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11.
39-yard line.
Got a man open. It's Ross. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Back now at FedEx Field, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Rosas now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7.
Play action. It's Smith.
At the 44-yard line.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Eluding the pressure right. Slings this deep for McLaurin, and he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's fourth down. Here we go on fourth. Smith. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Dancing to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come in.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Man up, D. 4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic. 79 Bronco. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy?
They'll fake it. Now Smith. He's going to rifle one deep left side. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Airing one out for Boyd. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 27. There he goes right side. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100-1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Rosas to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35, Washington 9. Aldrick Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
41-yard line.
Here we go, shot, hustle, hustle. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Stay with your man.
A quick throw complete into the flat out left. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Antoine Winfield on the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Baby, get him, boys. Get him, boys.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Flushed out right. Incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
4th down.
Now Aldrick Rosas for the field goal attempt. This from 36 yards out. Rosas' kick is good. And that will push the lead up from 26, and it grows up to 29. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yes.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 33. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. A big play there for Cincinnati. 43 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime,